Good morning, YouTube. It's Jim from the Triangle 4. I'm going to just try to make a quick video. I really didn't want to have to make. Um, I even took the tractor to the dealer because I didn't want to deal with hydraulics, but here I am. Over the years, I'm going to try to keep this short. Anyway, the Kubota just doesn't lift what it used to. Um, and lately it finally got to the point where after 40 minutes or an hour, um, I couldn't hardly lift anything with the front bucket or the even the rear hydraulics, the 3-point. So I took it to the dealer. I did put on an aftermarket joystick, so I thought, well, maybe that was part of the problem. They looked at it and they said, oh yeah, you got a couple of couplings and a hose, that are bad. I thought, okay, possible, right? They're probably damn near original, close to 30 years old. So, and I know it can happen when hoses implode. Um, yeah. So they replaced a few of those. They checked it out, told me um, that it met all the requirements from the book for this tractor. Well, yeah, you know, that's that's too bad. They really didn't test it out good because I got it home and after 40 minutes of working, it just won't even hardly pick itself up, with the bucket on there. Um, and this thing, when I first got it 15 years ago, I mean, this would pick up more than it should, it would lift the rear end right off the ground sometimes. Um, my dad mucked out his whole pond with it. This is the whole reason he went out and bought a Kubota, because he loved this thing so much and all the work it could do, and he felt bad for what he was putting it through. So he bought his own so I could have it back. Anyway, so after reading a lot online, asking others in forums and stuff what they thought, my real thought is the pump, the hydraulic pump on it. Mechanical things get old, pumps slip, seals, things like that. I mean, I even did a full fluid change, right, with Kubota Super UDT2, just to make sure, Kubota filter. Still did the same thing, it's like after that fluid loses a certain viscosity, it's bypassing, it's so there's something in there I think that's loose. Whether it's seals or an impeller, I don't know how those pumps work. I just haven't gotten into it. So today I'm going to change that out. Now, did I buy the $1,400 Kubota OEM pump? No. I would have if I knew for sure, if they had done the proper testing and told me that that pump was bad. I was ready to spend it, okay? But I'm not going to spend that money if my pump is still good. So there's a lot of less expensive versions, I dare say cheaper, I don't know yet, out there. So I bought one of those, and my thinking was, okay, if I replace it and it lasts a year, if that's the problem, I know it's a problem and I'll put good money into it. If it doesn't change anything, then I've saved myself $1,000, buying a $400 pump versus a $1,400 pump. So anyway, that's my logic there. And if it doesn't fix the problem, I know I've still got a good OEM pump, the one that came right off of it, and I'll put it back on. So let me show you what we're up against. Okay, so as you can see, I just took the pin out here for the cylinder. Drop that down. And the pump is right above the filter. This is a 2-stage pump, they call it. This top banjo fitting is for the power steering, and then this upper one goes to the what they call power beyond in the Kubota, which goes back to your 3-point hitch, and this one goes to the loader. And then of course out the bottom goes to your filters, and, or actually I think comes up through there, and I don't know, I haven't looked into it enough. Yeah, it's gotta, right? It's gotta suck out of here and then go out of those, and God only knows where it returns. So it looks like underneath I got 2 bolts for the filter assembly here. I got 1 banjo fitting. I got 3 bolts on top that go to the power beyond. And the only other thing is 1 bolt here and 1 bolt in the back right there that has a spline on where it goes in and meshes into some other gears. So yeah, things are a little tight, but I don't think it'll be the worst job I've ever done. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, I'll start over. Okay, we just got it off. Sorry it's so sunny. Here's where the pump came out of. It was surprisingly easy. That copper washer came from the bottom of that banjo fitting, which means it was sitting right on here when we took this off. Here's my big little helper, Mason. And here's the new pump. So now we're just going to compare the two, make sure everything looks the same, put it back on. So the only real tools we needed were sockets, 1 wrench, and if you got a universal like this, yeah, I don't think I could have done it without it. So little universal extension, and that's it. Alright, more to come. Okay, sorry there was no action video of you know, bolting and unbolting things, but it was really pretty easy. So there's the new pump, there's the old pump, and everything looks good on this. I mean, even the splines, yeah, it's hard to tell in that sunlight, but me and Mason just started this up, and initially she's with no load on there, no bucket, picking up fast, which it hasn't done in a long time. So that's very exciting. And the big test will be, I'm going to pretty much go right out and load a load of round bales out in the field and see what kind of power she's got, because it was struggling before. I'll be back.
Well, guys, I would say that was a success. The pump was my problem. It's too bad that Kubota dealership couldn't diagnose that. They would have made themselves a bit of money. Hey, that's okay. It saved me a lot of money in the end. Yeah, so from that video, if you watched, I mean, I felt like I could have thrown those bales up in the air. And I forgot that this tractor loader had that much lift and power before. And it did. I remember that my dad mucked out his pond with it. That's why he bought his Kubota. I mean, this thing just was a workhorse, and it slowly got worse over time. Even the power steering. I didn't realize that the power steering wasn't working good till this new pump, and now it's like, wow. So that was the problem. If your 3-point arms maybe aren't picking up as fast as they used to, if you've got a load in your bucket and it starts to sink pretty fast, and you have to keep lifting your bucket. If you don't have the lift capacity you used to, even after putting in those little spacers and the um, power beyond, whatever that is, I don't know, I forget what it's called, but there's a spring you put little spacers in to lift your capacity. If you've done all that and it just doesn't seem like you had the power you used to, there's a good chance it's your hydraulic pump. Um, Now we'll see how long this one lasts. It was a cheapie off of Amazon. So anyway, hey guys, hope this helps somebody. Thanks for watching.